betrayal. The ruins shook as distant engines grew louder. Alex and Lyra hid in the shadows of a broken wall, watching the horizon flicker with faint red lights. "They are close," Lyra whispered. Her hand rested on her blade, her body tense like a hunter ready to strike. Alex's heart pounded. He had never felt so exposed. "Can we outrun them?" Lyra shook her head. "No, they know these lands better than you. They will not stop." For a moment, Alex thought they were alone. But then a shadow moved at the edge of the ruins. A tall figure stepped into the firelight. His armor was black and marked with the crest of the Dominion. Lyra froze. Her golden eyes flickered with recognition. "Varric," she whispered. The armored man removed his helmet, revealing sharp features and a cruel smile. "Still hiding, Lyra? I should have known you'd betray the council." Alex stiffened. "You know him?" Lyra's voice trembled, though she tried to keep it strong. "He was once my commander." Varric's gaze shifted to Alex, his eyes narrowing. "And this is the last human. The council will reward me greatly." Alex felt cold anger rise in him. He had trusted Lyra, but now doubts filled his mind. Why had she never told him about this commander? Why had she waited until now? "Lyra," Alex said carefully, his voice edged with suspicion. "Did you lead me here? Did you bring me straight to him?" Her head snapped toward him, shock and pain in her eyes. "No, Alex. I swear I would never." But Varric laughed. "Do you not see, human? She is one of us. She trained under me. Every step you have taken, she has guided. And now, she delivers you to my hand." Alex's chest tightened. He wanted to believe her, but Varric's words sank like poison into his thoughts. Could it all have been a trap? Lyra stepped forward, her blade drawn. "No, I left you, Varric, because I saw the truth. The council killed without mercy. They slaughtered worlds. They destroyed Earth. I will never serve them again." Varric smirked. "You say that now, but the boy does not trust you. Look into his eyes. See the doubt I have planted." Alex's grip on his weapon tightened. He hated the way Varric's words made sense. He hated the weakness of his own doubt. Lyra turned back to him, desperation in her voice. "Alex, please. You must believe me. I chose to find you because I saw hope in you, not because I wished for your capture." The night grew heavier, silence stretching between them. Alex stood at the center, torn between fear and trust. Varric raised his arm. From the shadows, more soldiers appeared, armored and armed, surrounding them. "Choose, human," Varric said coldly. "Stand with her and die with her, or give her to me and live." The fire crackled between them, painting their faces in flickering light. Alex's choice would decide everything. The awakening, the soldiers closed in, their weapons glowing with deadly red light. Alex stood frozen, his heart beating like a war drum. Varric's words still rang in his head. "Give her to me and live." For a moment, Alex almost believed it. Almost. But then he looked at Lyra. Her golden eyes burned with fear, not for herself, but for him. She wasn't pleading to save her own life. She was pleading for him to trust her. Something inside Alex shifted. He straightened his back and lifted his chin. "No," he said firmly. His voice cut through the night like steel. "I choose her." Varric's smile turned into a snarl. "Then you choose death." The soldiers lunged forward. But before they could strike, something strange happened. A deep hum filled the ruins. The ground trembled beneath Alex's feet. His chest burned, right where the pendant Lyra had given him rested against his skin. The small crystal inside it glowed brighter and brighter until his whole body shimmered with light. Lyra's eyes widened. "It's awakening," she whispered. The soldiers stopped, confused, their weapons lowering slightly. The glow spread across Alex's arms, his hands, his eyes. Energy pulsed through him, warm and unstoppable, as if the earth itself was breathing inside him. What is this?" Alex gasped, looking at his glowing hands. Lyra's voice shook with awe. "It's the human legacy, the power your people left behind. It has chosen you," Varric snarled, but his eyes betrayed fear. "Impossible. The humans are gone. Their power is gone." But Alex felt it, strength beyond anything he had known. His fear melted away, replaced with something fierce and unbreakable. He raised his hand, and with a single wave, a shock of light burst outward, throwing the soldiers back like leaves in a storm. The ruins roared with the sound of cracking stone. Dust rose into the air. The soldiers groaned, scattered and defeated. Alex stood at the center of it all, glowing like a star. Varek's face twisted in rage. This is not over, human. Power does not make you a leader. It makes you a target. He retreated into the shadows, his promise of revenge echoing in the night. When silence returned, Alex fell to his knees, breathing hard. The glow faded slowly, but a spark remained in his chest. Alive, waiting, Lyra ran to him, kneeling at his side. Her hand touched his shoulder gently. "Do you understand now?" she asked softly. "This is why I searched for you. This is why the galaxy still fears humans. Because when the legacy awakens, nothing can stop it." Alex looked up at her, sweat on his brow but fire in his eyes. For the first time, he understood. He was not just one human left behind. He was a key, a symbol, a weapon the galaxy had forgotten. He whispered almost to himself, "This is only the beginning." The human legacy. The night was silent after the battle. Broken weapons and shattered stone lay across the ruins, proof of the fight that had nearly ended Alex's life. He sat on the cold ground, breathing slowly. His chest still glowed faintly, the power inside him like a heartbeat, steady, waiting, alive. Lyra stood near him, her golden eyes fixed on the horizon. Smoke rose in the distance and she knew Varek was not gone for long. "You felt it, didn't you?" she said softly. Alex nodded. "Yes, it was like my people's voices guiding me. For a moment I wasn't alone." Lyra knelt beside him. Her hand rested gently on his arm. "That is the human legacy. Not just strength, but the spirit of those who came before. They live through you." Her words made him think. All his life he had been told Earth was dust, humans nothing but whispers in alien legends. But now he carried proof that humanity was not finished. He looked at Lyra. "Then I can't run anymore. If this power chose me, I have to use it. Not just for myself, but for all of us." A faint smile touched her lips. "That is why I trusted you." Suddenly a low rumble filled the air. Above the ruins, a massive Dominion warship broke through the clouds, its shadow covering the land. Its lights glared down like 100 red eyes. Alex rose to his feet. Fear struck him for a moment, but then he remembered the power still burning inside. "They're coming for me," he said. "No," Lyra corrected firmly. "They're coming for what you represent, hope." The ship's speakers roared with Varek's voice. "Human, your legacy dies with you. The galaxy will never kneel to your kind again." But Alex stood tall, his figure glowing against the darkness. "You're wrong, Varek. Humans don't kneel. We rise," the legacy answered his words. Light surged from his body, brighter than before, forming a shield that covered both him and Lyra. The warship's cannons fired, beams of red energy rained down, but every shot bent and shattered against the human's light. Aliens across the stars, watching through hidden channels, saw it happen. The stories they had mocked, the myths they had dismissed, all proved real in one instant. The last human stood unbroken, defying an empire. Varek's voice cracked with anger. "This is not the end." Alex raised his hand, sending a wave of light skyward. The warship trembled, its weapons failing, its engines sparking. It fled into the clouds, its roar fading into silence. The ruins fell quiet once more. Lyra stepped closer, her voice hushed with awe. "They will tell stories of this night. The galaxy will remember. Humanity is not gone. Humanity has returned." Alex looked at the fading glow in his hands. For the first time, he didn't feel small, lost, or broken. He felt like a part of something far greater. He whispered into the night, "The human legacy lives. Through me." And in that moment, the galaxy began to change. The secret map, the forest was alive with whispers of the night. Crickets sang, leaves rustled, and the glow of the shard in Lyra's hand lit Alex's face. His eyes stayed locked on the crystal, unable to forget the flashes he had seen, ships, stars, and voices from a past he didn't know. Lyra knelt down on the forest floor and placed the shard gently on the ground. Its light spread outward in circles like ripples in water. Symbols appeared floating above the earth. Alex's breath caught. "What is this?" Lyra's voice was calm but filled with awe. "This is no ordinary crystal. It is a key. When a human touches it, it reveals what it hides. Alex swallowed and extended his hand again. The moment his skin brushed the shard, the light exploded upward. Stars filled the air, spinning and shifting until a map hovered above them, an endless sky of glowing points. Alex gasped. This is a star map," Lyra nodded. "Yes, the last one of its kind. It shows the path of your ancestors, the journeys humans once took among the stars." She reached out, pointing to one cluster glowing brighter than the others. "And this is where the truth lies." Alex stared at the cluster. It pulsed like a beating heart, but fear crept into him. "If this is so important, why bring it to me? Why not keep it hidden?" Lyra's silver eyes locked on his. "Because only you can awaken it fully. Only a human's touch can guide the map. I could carry it, I could protect it, but I could never open it." The weight of her words pressed on him. He wasn't just holding history, he was holding responsibility. Before he could reply, a low rumble echoed across the forest. Branches shook. A strange red glow lit the trees in the distance. Lyra's head snapped up. "The hunters. They've tracked us." The star map flickered, its light growing unstable. Alex instinctively pulled his hand back, but Lyra grabbed his wrist. "No," she cried. "Don't stop. The map must bond with you before they arrive. If it vanishes, it may never return." Alex's pulse raced. He pressed his hand firmly against the shard again. The light surged, brighter than before. The stars shifted and a path carved itself across the map, lines connecting worlds, leading toward a single destination. At the end of the glowing path, a strange symbol appeared. It looked like an open hand holding fire. Alex whispered, "What is that?" Lyra's expression darkened. "The mark of your people, the sign of the human legacy. If the rulers see this, they will do anything to stop us." The forest trembled again as the glow of alien ships moved closer. Alex clenched his teeth. "Then we don't let them take it." But even as he said the words, the star map flared dangerously, its light spilling into the sky. Lyra cursed under her breath. "It's broadcasting. They'll know exactly where we are." "Then shut it off." Alex shouted, "I can't!" Lyra's voice shook. "You bonded with it. Only you can control it now. You must will it to hide." Alex stared at her, panic rising. "I don't even know how." She grabbed his shoulders, her face inches from his. "You are human. Your kind never needed instructions to survive. Trust yourself." Her words struck something deep inside him. Alex closed his eyes, forcing his fear to quiet. He pictured the map folding in on itself, its light sinking back into the shard. Slowly, the glow dimmed, the stars faded, and the forest fell into shadow again. When he opened his eyes, the crystal was still warm in his palm, but silent. Lyra let out a shaky breath. "You did it. The bond is real now." Alex didn't answer right away. His heart pounded, his mind spinning. He had just commanded something beyond his understanding, and it had listened, but their relief was short. A sharp sound cut through the night, a metallic hiss. From the trees, shadows moved. Figures stepped out, tall and armored, their eyes glowing with red light. Lyra pushed Alex behind her. Her hand glowed as she activated a weapon from her wrist. "The hunters." One of the armored figures spoke, its voice cold and mechanical. "Surrender the shard. The human dies tonight." Alex's stomach dropped. They knew. Lyra raised her weapon, but there were too many of them. Alex could see it in her eyes. She couldn't win this fight. The lead hunter stepped forward, his armor gleaming with strange symbols. "The galaxy erased your kind for a reason, human. You are dangerous. You are chaos. Your return will never be allowed." Alex's grip tightened on the shard. His fear burned into anger. He didn't understand everything yet. But one thing was clear. He wasn't going to be erased again. He raised the shard high. Its glow returned, brighter than before, cutting through the night like fire. The hunters froze, their red eyes flickering with hesitation. For a moment the forest held its breath. Lyra's voice was steady, low and fierce. "They fear you, Alex. They always have." The hunters shifted, unsure. And Alex realized the fight was just beginning. Shadows of power. The night had grown quiet, but Alex could not sleep. His mind replayed the words of the alien woman Lyra, again and again. Humans were not only warriors, They were guardians. The phrase haunted him. Lyra sat near the old fire pit outside the ruined building, her golden eyes glowing faintly in the dark. She looked calm, but Alex knew something heavy weighed on her mind. "Lyra," Alex finally said, breaking the silence. "What are you not telling me?" For a moment she did not answer. Her gaze stayed on the sky, where strange stars glittered through the cracks of ruined steel above them. Then she whispered, "Power, Alex, power greater than anything you know. That is why they fear you. That is why they watch you." Alex frowned. "Who are they?" Her voice grew cold. "The Council of Dominion. They rule most of the galaxy. They do not forgive, and they do not forget. They destroyed Earth because they feared what humans might become." Alex's stomach turned. He had heard the word council whispered in fragments of stories, but to hear it directly from her lips was different. "So they killed my people because they were afraid?" "Yes," Lyra said softly. "And now they will come for you. They know one human survived." A chill passed through Alex. He felt small, trapped in a galaxy of enemies he had never even seen. "Then why didn't they already kill me?" Lyra looked at him with a strange intensity. "Because you are not ordinary. There are shadows moving in the dark, Alex. Forces inside the council itself. Some wish to use you. Some wish to erase you forever. You are at the center." He shook his head in disbelief. "I'm just one man, a nobody." But Lyra leaned closer, her tone sharp. "No, you're the last piece of a power they cannot control. Your blood carries the memory of Earth. Your spirit carries the fire they fear. Do not call yourself nothing." The words struck Alex deep. His chest tightened. He wanted to reject them, but some part of him, buried deep, recognized a strange truth in what she said. Then, without warning, the air shimmered. A small insect-like drone floated down from the ceiling beams, its red eye glowing. Alex froze. Lyra's eyes widened. "Stay back," she whispered. "They found us." The drone whirred, scanning Alex with a thin beam of light. Before Alex could react, Lyra moved. With a flick of her wrist, a hidden blade shot from her wristband, slicing through the air. The drone shattered, crashing to the ground in sparks, but it was too late. Alex knew it. "They know where we are now," he said, his voice low. Lyra nodded grimly. "The shadows have arrived, and they will not stop until they have you." The fire hissed as a wind swept through the ruins. Far away, Alex thought he heard the faint hum of engines moving closer in the dark. The encounter, the night was silent. The small town slept under a blanket of stars, but Alex could not sleep. He sat alone in his small house, staring at the old books on his shelf. The power had gone out hours ago, leaving the room in half darkness. He was used to silence, but tonight the silence felt heavy, as if something was waiting. Then, suddenly, a knock on the door. Alex froze. It was late. No one should be outside at this hour. The knock came again, soft but urgent. He stood slowly, his heart racing. Who could it be? He whispered to himself. He walked to the door, his hand shaking slightly. When he opened it, the cold night air rushed in. And there, standing on his doorstep, was someone he could never have imagined. A tall woman with glowing silver eyes and pale blue skin stood in the moonlight. Her hair shimmered like strands of crystal, and her clothes were made of strange fabric that seemed alive with light. She was not human. She was alien. For a moment, Alex could not breathe. His mind told him to run, but his feet stayed still. The alien woman looked at him with wide eyes, as if she had found something she had been searching for her whole life. "You," she whispered, her voice soft but trembling. "You are human." Alex stepped back, shocked. "What? Of course I'm human. What else would I be?" Her lips parted in disbelief. She stared at him as though he was a ghost. "Impossible," she said. "Humans are only legends. Stories told to frighten children, or inspire hope. But you," she raised her hand, trembling. "You are real," Alex blinked. His chest tightened. "Legends? What are you talking about?" The woman's eyes filled with strange emotion. "For centuries, the galaxy has spoken of humans. Some said your kind was wiped out. Others said you never existed. But here you are, alive, standing in front of me." He tried to laugh, but it came out nervous. "I think you're mistaken. This is Earth. There are billions of humans here. You must be lost." She shook her head firmly. "No, this world is hidden. Your people, they were erased from the galaxy's memory. If the rulers discover you, they will come. and they will destroy everything." Her words struck him like lightning. "Erased? Destroy?" His throat felt dry. The woman stepped closer. Her glowing eyes reflected the moonlight as she whispered, "I thought humans were only legends, but you're real." Alex's mind spun. Was this some kind of trick? A dream? But no, she was real. Her breath misted in the cold air. Her shadow stretched across his floor. He could hear the faint hum of strange technology coming from the device strapped to her wrist. He finally found his voice. "Why are you here?" "What do you want from me?" She lowered her head as if the answer carried a heavy weight. "I came to bring you home." Alex's stomach dropped. "Home? This is my home." The alien woman shook her head slowly. "No, your true home is not here. Earth is a cage hidden away, forgotten by the stars. But you are part of something greater. You are part of the human legacy." Her words felt unreal, yet deep inside, Alex felt something stir. A strange pull, as if her words touched a memory he didn't know he had. But before he could speak, a sound echoed in the distance like a low growl of engines in the sky. The woman's head snapped up, her silver eyes narrowing. "They've found us?" she whispered. Alex's pulse quickened. "Who?" The woman grabbed his arm, her grip strong and urgent. "Hunters. The rulers will not allow a human to live. You must come with me." "Now," Alex pulled back. "Wait, I don't understand any of this. You just appear at my door, tell me humans are legends, and now you say I'm in danger." She leaned close, her voice sharp but pleading. "You don't have to understand now. Just trust me. If they catch you, they will erase you, and the last spark of humanity will be gone forever." Alex's breath caught. His body screamed to run back inside, lock the door, and pretend this never happened. But his heart told him something else. This was bigger than him, bigger than Earth. The engines in the sky grew louder, the night air trembling with their approach. The alien woman's glowing hand reached for his. "Decide," she said. "Stay and you die. Come with me, and you will learn the truth of who you are." Alex's mind raced. His life had always been ordinary, too ordinary. But now, standing at the edge of the unknown, he had a choice. The sky flashed with strange lights as shadowy ships broke through the clouds. The ground shook beneath his feet. Alex looked at the alien woman, her silver eyes filled with desperation and hope. And in that moment he realized his life would never be the same. He took her hand. The night roared alive. Lost histories. The forest was dark as Alex ran beside the alien woman. She pulled him forward with surprising strength, her silver eyes glowing in the night. Behind them, strange ships roared in the sky, searching. Alex's chest burned, but he didn't stop. Questions raced in his mind, but the only sound he could make was the gasp of his breath. When they finally stopped, they were deep among tall trees, far from his quiet house. The alien woman pressed a device on her wrist, and the sound of the ships faded slightly, as if a shield surrounded them. Only then did Alex find his voice. "Who are you?" he demanded, panting. "And what do you mean humans are legends?" "I don't understand." The woman turned slowly, her expression softening. "My name is Lyra. I'm from the Andari system, far beyond these stars. And what I told you is true. To my people, to the galaxy. Humans are not real. You are myths, stories." Alex shook his head. "That's insane. Billions of us live here. I grew up here. How can we be a myth?" Lyra studied him with a mix of sadness and awe. "Because the galaxy does not know this place exists. Earth has been hidden for thousands of years. It was erased from star maps. Entire archives were changed. History itself was rewritten to remove your kind." Her words felt like stones dropping into his stomach. Erased, hidden. He wanted to argue, but the look in her eyes told him she believed every word. "Why?" he asked softly. Lyra's gaze grew sharp. "Because the galaxy fears you. Long ago, humans walked among the stars. They were explorers, leaders, warriors, and dreamers. But they were also dangerous to those who ruled. Humans had something no other race could match, a will that could not be broken. So the rulers decided it was easier to erase you than to fight you. They destroyed your colonies, burned your cities in space, and hid your world behind shadows." Alex's knees felt weak. He sat on a fallen log, trying to process her words. "You're saying we were out there, among the stars, and they wiped us out?" Lyra nodded. "Yes, and the few who resisted vanished. For a moment, silence filled the forest. Only the wind moved through the leaves. Alex pressed his hands to his face. This is insane. I'm just a normal guy. I read books, go to work, live in a small house. If what you're saying is true, then why me? Why now? Lyra stepped closer, lowering her voice. Because the galaxy believes humans are gone. But if they find you, if they discover one survived, it will change everything. You are proof that the human legacy still lives. Her words sent a shiver through him. The human legacy? What is that? Lyra hesitated as if afraid of the answer. Then she opened a small compartment in her armband and pulled out a glowing shard of crystal. Symbols shifted across its surface, alive with light. This, she whispered, is a fragment of your history. One of the last pieces of evidence that humans once ruled among the stars. It was forbidden to keep, but I could not let it be destroyed. It led me here, to you. Alex stared at the shard. The moment his fingers brushed against it, the crystal pulsed brighter, as if recognizing him. Strange images flickered in his mind, flashes of starships, cities among the stars, and voices singing in languages he didn't understand. He pulled his hand back, shaken. What was that? Lyra's eyes widened. It responds to you. Only a true human can unlock its memory. You are more important than you realize, Alex. His name sounded strange in her voice, almost sacred. But before he could answer, a distant rumble shook the ground. The hunters were still searching. The air vibrated with their machines. Lyra's face grew tense. We cannot stay here. They will find us. Alex rose slowly, still gripping the image of the glowing shard in his mind. His heart pounded not just with fear, but with something else, an echo of the visions he had seen. What happens if they find me? He asked. Lyra met his gaze, her voice quiet but firm. If they capture you, they will erase you. Just as they erased your people, they will make sure the galaxy never knows humans lived at all. The thought sent chills down his spine. His whole life he thought he was ordinary. But now he was being told he was the last piece of a forgotten history. He clenched his fists. Then we don't let them find me. Lyra gave a faint smile, but her eyes still held worry. You are brave, human, but bravery will not be enough. You will need to remember who you are. And to do that, you must see the truth of your lost history. The glowing shard pulsed again in her hand, as if calling to him, and somewhere above, the hunters' ships roared closer.